Hi guys, I'm Clem and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite standalone. So you're going to see that some of them or most of them are contemporaries, but because I'm a huge fan of contemporaries, so I read a lot of them and some of them are really amazing. Some of them you're going to know them because I can't do this video without them, but maybe later I will do another one with less known contemporaries or standalone, but for now it's just some of my favorites. So let me show you my favorite standalone. The first one I'm going to mention is a book you're going to be familiar with because if you've seen my books that need more recognition, it's in it. And it's Oh I Live Now by Meg Rossoff. So you see this book is really short, it's a standalone, so it's perfect so far. And it's really interesting because in this book you're following Elizabeth, and Elizabeth is 16 or 17 and she's American, but she's forced to go see her cousin who live in the countryside in England because of the Third World War. Amazing, right? But Elizabeth doesn't know them, they're pretty far, family, they're not close family, and she doesn't know them and she's really weird and really shy and doesn't really like people, and she has those set of rules she has for herself, so she's, you see, really an interesting character. And basically in this you're following her first dealing with being with her cousin, but after you see her and her cousin dealing with the war coming to their countryside, because before they were safe but actually they're not, and stuff happened with our cousin and it's really interesting. I really enjoy this book. It's really particular and original, and I don't know, I feel like people need to read this. I really would like people to read this. It's an amazing book. Second one I'm going to mention is All the Crooked Sin by Margit Stiefvater. So this book is the second book Margit Stiefvater wrote as a standalone. I think there is the Scorpio Race and this one, and the rest is just a series. But still, if you love Margit Stiefvater, you're going to enjoy this because her writing and her style in this is amazing. But I really enjoyed this book because of several things. The characters are really well written and it's a character-driven story, so everything is amazing about them and they're really interesting and very different. It's really amazing. Also, it's happening in the 70s or the late 70s, but the time period is also amazing. It's happening in the desert. I don't know, everything is so cool about it. It gives such an enjoyable mood to the story that I really enjoyed. And I don't know, it really made me think and question myself about things, about life or my position in the world or my relationship with others and everything, and who I am and what I can do or not. And I see, just a book like that made me think a lot about society and myself, so I really enjoyed it. And if you haven't read it right now, go read it right now, it's really good. The next one I'm going to mention is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. This is a fantasy standalone and it's a jewel. It's so good. I love it. First, the cover is amazing. I love it. It's so beautiful. And after, the story in itself is really interesting. It's complicated in a way and a bit slow fantasy, but it's worth it. It's so worth it. So in this book you're following Agnieszka, and Agnieszka is a young teenage girl, she's 16 or 17, I don't know. And Agnieszka lives in this valley that's ruled by what they call the dragon, and is a magician who lives in a tower. And so every 10 years, I think it's every 10 years, he comes into the village and chooses a girl that is going to bring to in his tower. Nobody knows what it does with those girls, and you never see the girl again. The girl he picked never reappeared. So Agnieszka, the book start and it's the selection, and Agnieszka was sure she wasn't going to be picked because it was one of her friends who was supposed to be picked because she was beautiful and clever and stuff like that. But in the end the dragon picks her, and so you get to see what's happening in the tower and what the dragons do with those girls. and it's really amazing. There are magics and curses. It's really brilliant. I really enjoyed it. Next book I'm going to mention is First and Then by Emma Mouse. So it's a very cute and very short contemporary that I really enjoyed. I read it last summer and I fell in love with it. And in this you're following Devon, and Devon is, her life is perfect. Like, she has a crush on her best friend, but like her life is perfect till the moment when they bring, like, our cousin arrives in a family, but his cousin is a bit weird. I don't really know what happened with him. Ezra? No. Don't remember. No, Foster. And then she meets another guy, and there's a lot of Pride and Prejudice and Jane Austen references in this. Like, she loves to read Jane Austen, so it was really enjoyable for me to read about someone who is obsessed with Jane Austen just like me. And I don't know, it's really cute, and even though it's like a love story, like you could think it's a love story at first sight, actually it's really about also the family and Devon's relationship with her cousin Foster. It's really amazing. I really liked it. Next, we've got one of my favorite books in the universe, and it is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. So I know that a lot of people didn't enjoy Fangirl or don't understand what the heck is happening with this book, but I don't know, this book is so much me. Like, Kath is me. I identify so much myself with her, and I think that's why I love this book so much, because of the identification I have with the main character. And I don't know, Levi is just so cute. I want him to be my future husband. Like, I want to have kids with him, like, please. And I don't know, everything is so good about this book. I read it I don't know how many times, so I had to include it in my favorite standalones because it's one of my favorite books. So yeah. So I would like to tell me in the comment down below what you think about Fangirl. I'm really interested about your thoughts on this book. Next up, we've got The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. So Becky Albertalli has become one of my favorite authors. I first read Love, Simon years ago. I don't know why I'm being so judgy. It's fine if you read Love, Simon after seeing the movie, like, it's fine. But yeah, last year I read The Upside of Unrequited and I fell in love once again with Becky Albertalli's writing, and I don't know. And once again, I really identified myself with, I don't remember her name, the main character, Molly, for a total different thing. Like, I don't know, for her issue with her body and how she sees herself and her self-confidence. So it was really interesting to read about that. And the story in itself was really, really cute. I really want to reread this, actually. I still haven't read Leah on the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli, but I need to. But I don't know which one I prefer between Love, Simon and The Upside of Unrequited. I could have included Love, Simon in this video, but no, I prefer this one. I love Love, Simon, but I prefer including this one. Okay, I'm going to stop now. And last but not least, we've got Everything by Nicola Yoon. I read this book 2 summers ago in one sitting. I couldn't let go of this book. It's really amazing. Nicola Yoon is really an amazing author. I love her writing and the way she writes a book, because she doesn't just write a story like about characters. In her books there's always different things. For example, In the Sun is also a star that I didn't really like. Like, you have the point of view of the two main characters, but also, for example, of faith, of destiny. Like, it's really creative and original. I love that. And in this one you have a lot of things that are just not like text. You have notes, you have emails, you have text messages, you just have drawings. So it's really enjoyable and I really, really liked it. So if you don't know what this book is about, first, where have you been for the last 2 years? A movie came out about this. So but basically you're following Maddie, and Maddie is actually allergic to the word, so she can't go out of her house. But one day there's this new neighbor who is really cute that arrive, and then they start to fall in love. But it's complicated because Maddie and him can't see like in real life. Like, they can touch, they can speak, like, it's really complicated. But it's also really amazing. I loved it. It's such a feel-good story. It's really amazing. So yeah guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like this video if you did, and to subscribe to this channel to be notified when I post new videos. Tell me in the comments down below what is your favorite standalone. I would love to know. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye guys!